What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'll go my AEW Dynamite review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video at my premiere stream around 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. Now let's talk about AEW Dynamite. Now AEW Dynamite, fantastic show. That's all I gotta say. It was fantastic. It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. Excalibur welcomes us to the Win Thirst Arena in Chicago as tonight as is the fallout from full AEW Full Gear. We kicked the show off with a highlight video showing MJF defeating Jon Moxley to win the AEW champion. Alright. William Regal walks out and down to the ring and says, would you like to hear from your new world champion? You hear from him next week. He doesn't have time to come to places like Chicago. Mr. MJF is on the set of a major motion picture, and I am sure you're wondering what the union is. AF, you know what? You William Regal champ breaks out. He calls the crowd encore the and yeah, he calls the crowd. Where was I? It said he calls the crowd encore. There it was. He says a number of weeks ago he sent an email and MJF will explain it next week. He announced next week's, but Jon Moxley music hits. Okay, Jon Moxley kindly makes his way through the crowd as the crowd sings along, but he doesn't look anything but pissed off. He slowly makes his way down to the ring to meet William Regal. And you know what up chant breaks out as Jon Moxley stares down William Regal from ringside. He makes his way in as Danielson runs down and puts himself between them. Danielson holds Jon Moxley back and tries to separate the two. He grabs a mic and says, "Listen, Jon Moxley, I don't know why he did what he did. He did a bad thing, but we all done bad things, and please, I ask you, he's got a bad neck and two brain. Please don't hurt him." Jon Moxley paces around the ring and jaws at Brian. Brian slaps him. He immediately apologizes as Jon Moxley is frustrated. Brian Danielson says, "You know your struggles. My dad struggles with it too. It's more than wrestling, and when he struggles, I don't understand. But William Regal taught me and blocked the fans out and listen. Because of William Regal, I could understand his struggles, and before my dad passed, I could love him. Imagine somebody teaching your daughter to love you in spite of your struggles." The crowd chants, "You know what?" Brian says he loves Regal as Mox stares on. He grabs the ropes and thinks about things and turns around to grab the mic. Jon Moxley walks up to Regal and says, "Lordship, I only want one thing from you. I want you to run far away, as far as you can. You never come back. Right now, walk and keep on walking." He intimidates William Regal, who slowly leaves the ring. Jon Moxley intensely stares him down as William Regal slowly walks up the ramp. Jon Moxley and Brian Danielson look conflicted as the crowd chant, nah, goodbye." Commentators run down the card for tonight include the second trios match, an ROH title match, an All-Atlantic match with Jake Hager versus Orange Cassidy. We cut to Renee with Keith Lee, and she asks him where his head is. Swerves walk up, and Renee leaves. Lee says, "Choose your words wisely." Swerve covers the camera and says, "Let's talk." Alright, so we get the first match card. We get the AEW All Atlantic Championship match. Jake Hager versus Orange Cassidy. This match was good. The epitome of sports entertainers, Jake Hager makes his way down with the Jericho Appreciation Society, including Garcia and 2.0. Cassidy comes out next to a massive pop. Best friends and with Rocky accompany him as well. Orange Cassidy tosses the belt and a belt in and celebrates as only he can. Orange Cassidy starts by handing his glasses to the ref, but Jake Hager steals them and wears them. Hands in his pocket, Orange Cassidy starts with a kick and rolls through a clothesline and hits a drop kick. Jake Hager comes back with a pounce and sends Orange Cassidy into the corner. Orange Cassidy avoids a tackle and he knocks the hat off. Orange Cassidy tosses out Hager and Orange Cassidy grabs the hat. 2.0 tries to grab it and then finally Garcia does. Not Ricky. Rocky pulls him off, and Orange Cassidy grabs the hat and tries to transport a suicide dive, but Jake Hager catches him, sends him into the post, and then the apron as he puts the hat on, and we go to commercial. So we go to commercial break. Okay, back from commercial. Jake Hager is in control as Orange Cassidy is on the ground. Jake Hager picks him up and sends him but Orange Cassidy skins the cat. Jake Hager kicks his hands off the apron, but best friends are behind and catch him. Jake Hager runs over best friends, but Orange Cassidy comes out of nowhere with a suicide dive. Orange Cassidy avoids a minor attack and wipes out the Jericho Appreciation Society. Jake Hager catches Orange Cassidy off the top, but Orange Cassidy counters with a stone dog. Orange Cassidy with a tornado DDT 1-2 no. Orange Cassidy signals for the orange punch as Jake Hager hat is off again. Jake Hager catches him with a big range and gets a 2 count. Jake Hager puts the hat back on and goes for a Vader bomb, but Orange Cassidy avoids it yet. Jake Hager gets him in the ankle lock. Orange Cassidy tries to kick him off, but Orange Cassidy kicks the hat off, so he released the hold. Orange punch rolled through by Orange Cassidy. 1, 2, 3. The winner of the match, Orange Cassidy. This match was fantastic, like I mentioned earlier. All right, post match, best friend celebrated with Orange Cassidy, and he gives the thumbs up to the crowd. They go to hug as the factory interrupts. They walk down and say they have unfinished business. He says Orange Cassidy has no issue giving out shots as they cut QT's mic. Lights goes out. Julia Hart is on the ramp. She summons House of Black and they are in the ring. They wipe out best friends and factory watch at ringside. They attack the factory. They're going after both teams now as security and wrestlers try to stop them as House of Black kill everyone. The crowd is going wild and have a huge welcome back chant. They grab a staffer on the ramp and Brody hits Dante Inferno on the ramp. Malachi has a mic and says, members of the House of Black, please rise. Lights goes out again as we go to commercial. Alright, so we go to commercial break. We see a video package highlighting Jungle Boy / Luchasaurus last week. It shows a blooded Jungle Boy talking about the match and how glad he kicked his what. Ethan Page music hits. So we get the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament Finals. Ethan Page versus Ricky Starks. This was a pretty good match. Pretty good. Page has a mic and runs down Chicago. How Starks has no shot. He got a pretty good pop, as does the man out next. Ricky starts his bandage up pretty heavily as he makes his way to the ring. Generally, Ricky starts and Page circle and start with Page kicking Ricky injured ribs and pulls on the buckle. Ricky with a standing switch, and Paige fights out of it and goes back to the ribs and does jumping jacks to mock him. Ricky starts with a kick and a fury of shots to Paige and hammers down shots in the corner as the crowd is wild. Paige headbutts Ricky and the gut and sends Ricky to the corner. Big shoulder tackle to the midsection of Ricky starts as Ricky chops his way out. Ricky tries to elevate over Paige, but Paige kicks him down. Paige stumps him out in the corner, and he hits a big knee to follow up. Paige turns the crowd, then trash Ricky Starks, but Ricky Starks hits a spear out of nowhere. Ricky Starks is down to and rolls out to catch his breath. Paige meets him and throws another big kick as we go to commercial. So we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Ricky starts with a shot to a shot to Paige and then sends him to the corner. Paige fights out. Ricky tries a DDT, but Ethan sends him up and gut him on the top rope. He has him up on the apron, but Ricky fights off and sends Paige to the floor. Ricky tries for a dive, but Stokely pulls Paige out of the way. The referee ejects Stokely. Paige and Stokely freak out as Stokely is very upset. Paige sends Ricky back in the ring and heads up top. Ricky Starks knocks him down and heads up too. Ricky starts with some shots, but Paige with a body blower. He sets him up for the avalanche fall away, but Ricky fights out. Ricky to the top and superplex Paige. Both men are in pain as the crowd chants Ricky's name. Both men struggle to their feet as Ricky avoids a shot and lays in a fury of his own. Starts with a swinging neckbreaker, starts firing up. He hits a rope assisted DDT 1-2 note. Paige kicks out and Ricky is gasping for air. Rochambeau attempt, but Paige blocks it and hits a tremendous thunderous shot. Power slam by Paige 1-2 note. Ricky gets the arm up in time. Paige signals for the end, but Ricky rolls through for a 2. A couple of high kicks by Paige. Ricky avoids a clothesline and hits a diving spear by Starks. 1, 2, 3. The winner of the match, Ricky Starks. This was a pretty good match. MJF will face Starks at Winter is Coming as he celebrates in the ring as we go to a video package of the TNT Championship match. Raw is very angry and needed to make sure what happened. They also hype the main event of ROH Ring of Honor Championship and also a triple threat tag match for the ladies in the trios match. Alright, so we go to commercial break. The commentators wish a happy Thanksgiving to everyone as they talk about the Bow Wow / Jade Cargill confrontation as she was escorted by security. Renee is with Jay and asks what's going on. Jay says no comment. I am happy I finally got my belt back with no help. To celebrate, there's a baddie celebration next week. Sterling comes up and says officially no comment on Bow Wow. Kira Hogan also gets fired by Sterling. Okay, so we get an AEW Trios title best out of 7 match. The Elite versus Death Triangle. This was fantastic. The way War Sons makes their way down to a massive mixed reaction from the Chicago crowd as they chant CM Punk. Nick and Matt mock it as the crowd is audibly booing loudly. Death Triangle makes their way out to a more welcome reaction as Pac is wearing a protective mask as he broke his nose at Full Gear. They show Penta at the NFL game in Mexico City in the internal. Kenny Omega starts off with Ray Phoenix and trash him about the hammer. Ray Phoenix tries to explain himself as they shake hands, but Kenny wipes him out. The Elite takes out Death Triangle and isolates Ray Phoenix. They stump away and wipes out Penta and Pac at ringside. They hit stereo apron bombs on Death Triangle and a Sky High by Kenny Omega for a 2 count. Penta takes out Nick Jackson with a sling blade and Pac follows with a kick. Kenny Omega sets up for the Terminator dive, but Ray Phoenix intercepts with a sick cutter. Tornado by Ray Phoenix takes out everyone. Kenny Omega sends back into the ring as Pac tags in. The crowd is red hot for Death Triangle. Triple team drum kick by Death Triangle, followed by a risky business for a 2 count. Pac misses a springboard and Kenny Omega elbows him down. Kenny Omega argues with the ref as Nick Jackson wipes out Pac at ringside. Matt Jackson up top with a moonsault to Penta and Ray Phoenix. Kenny Omega and Pac slug it out, but Kenny Omega with the upper hand and gets a bulldog on Pac for a 2 count. Matt Jackson tags in as we go to commercial break. Back from the break, Matt Jackson wipes out Penta before he can tag in as Kenny Omega starts biting Pac. Kenny Omega gets dumped on his head as Pac hits a sick German. Penta tags in and takes out the Young Bucks. Cazadora into a DDT onto the Young Bucks and hits a series of backbreakers on the Elite. Ray Phoenix tags in with a flying arm drag and he catches Nick. Nick Jackson then steps up her Coronas off Matt Jackson to Nick Jackson. Super kick wipes out Ray Phoenix. Pac and Kenny Omega in now. Matt Jackson distracts Pac and Kenny Omega hits B trigger in a snap dragon. The Elite wipes out Lucha Bros and sets up for the BTE trigger and they take off the mask. Pac tries to fight them off as the Elite is mockingly tagged back and forth. BTE trigger 1-2 no. Lucha Bros back, break it up and gets sent out and Nick takes them out. Kenny Omega sets up for the V trigger and hits it. Set up for a one-winged angel, but Pac gets out. Kenny Omega hits GTS 1-2 no. Pac kicks out. Kenny Omega is frustrated and Kenny Omega is frustrated as he tags in the Young Bucks. Matt Jackson says for the Melter driver, but Ray Phoenix walks the ropes and takes out Nick Jackson. Ray Phoenix then wipes out Kenny Omega and Nick Jackson. Matt Jackson low blows Pac as the referee couldn't see as Alex freaks out. Matt Jackson has a hammer and Penta stalks him. Penta has 1-2. Has 1-2. He claps Matt Jackson in the head 1-2-3. The winner of the match, Death Triangle. This was a good tag team match. This was good. Post match, Ray Phoenix is upset as Penta as Pac tries to calm him down. Don is silent at the commentary booth as Taz rubs him. Renee is on the stage Renee is on the stage. She has an announcement that Thunder Rosa has relinquished the championship. She welcomes the official new AEW Women's Champion, Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker make their way out as Renee says congrats and asks how she feels. Britt Baker interrupts Jamie Hayter and says Jamie is the undisputed AEW Women's Champion. We weren't even calling her intern. They walk to the ring as we go to commercial. Alright, so we go to commercial break. So we get a True or Threat women's tag team match. Willow Nightingale versus Sky Blue versus Anna Jay and Tay Mello versus Dr. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. This was This match was solid match. Anna Jay and Tay Melo make their way down to the ring. Willow and Sky Blue came to the ring during the break. Jamie Hader and Melo starts off as Melo and Jamie Hader had nearly identical gear. Jamie Hader slides side headlock, maintaining control, and follows up with a couple of shoulder tackles. Anna Jay interrupts, but Jamie Hader hits a double suplex on the Jericho Appreciation Society. Another suplex to Tay Mello for a 2 count, and tag Britt Baker in. Kurt Flip pinned by Baker for a 2 count, and comes through with a sling blade for another 2 count. Tay Mello able to get a shot in and tags Anna Jay. Anna J. Anna J. But Britt Baker tags out to Willow. Willow takes out Anna J and Tate Miller and hits a big boot and a scoop slam to Anna J. Assisted splash by Sky Blue and Willow gets a 2 count. Willow gets sent out and Tate Miller sends her into the barricade as we go to commercial. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial, Sky Blue hits Anna J with a super kick and Jamie Hayter has to break up the count. Britt Baker tags in and hits a net break on Sky Blue, but Willow hits the DVD on Britt Baker. NJ takes out Willow, but Jamie Hader with a big boot. Tay Mello with a big kick. Sky Blue with a cold red and Mello. Baker breaks it up. Baker with the stump on Sky Blue 1, 2, 3. The winner of the match, Jamie Hader and Britt Baker. Alright, that was a solid tag team match. Solid. Post match, they announced Tony Storm's run was official, not interim now in the records book. Baker, Reba, and Jamie Hader celebrate up the ramp. Backstage, FTR and top line are with Renee. Dax compliments both of them and says he knows they had injury rules. They want them to take over tag wrestling. Flight Top Flight says it's a dream match to fight them and challenge for the ROH tag team titles on Rampage. The Acclaim music hits. Matchcaster talk about breaking a swerve about how they retain. Jeff Jarrett and is the Acclaim every Wednesday. Bowden hypes the crowd as they have sisters sing Christmas shirts. He asks to cut the music as a big sister chant breaks out. He says he's thankful they retain and that everyone loves the Acclaim. His shoulder is better, but most importantly, Billy Gunn hand is okay. They go to scissors, but Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt interrupt them. Jeff Jarrett walks in and says, "Listen up, you know what, clowns? Wanna talk smack? Um, you best be watching your back." Billy says, "Get that you know what off my screen and still have some pull." Now the moment you waited for. Chicago Sisters meet Daddy, you know what. They all scissor as the Acclaimed music plays and they celebrate with fans. Rampage has an early 4 p.m. start time with Top Flight versus FTR as well as Hikaru Shida in action. Up next is the ROH Championship match. Commercial break. Okay, so we come back from commercial. We get the ROH World Championship match. We get Tomohiro Ishii versus Chris Jericho. I must say this match. This was fun. This was a good match. I must say. Barbecue is doing ring introductions as the Stone Pitbull music hits, and he makes his way out to the ring like a walking tree, as in Rakabani is on commentary. He looks pumped up and focused as Judas hits. Crowd sings along as Jericho makes his way down makes his way down to fight the young boy, and he slowly, mockingly raps to Ishii as they mentioned James Gibson on commentary. Jamie Noble, which is a nice nod to Noble. Jericho smugly takes takes in the crowd reaction as Taz is upset he couldn't hear the crowd sing. Um, she emotionally staring down Chris Jericho. As Chris Jericho flips the crowd off, then Jericho mocks him in Japanese, and Ishii slaps him. They engage in a slap fight and just to war on each other. Ishii knocks Jericho down, and he powers out. Ishii welcomes Jericho back in the ring. Jericho tries for an elbow strike, but Ishii absorbs them, and they go back and forth again. Ishii with a belly to back suplex and avoid a cold breaker, and Jericho avoids a big kick. They celebrate with shoulder blocks. As they mentioned, Ishii is a former TV championship. Ishii drives through Jericho, but Jericho comes back, just slapping him. No way start. Now they start a chop battle and completely kill each other back and forth, rapid fire as we go to commercial. So we go to commercial break. Doing this, doing the break, Jericho chest actually broke up from chops and is like legitimately bleeding. They continue to rain down chops. They continue to rain down chops on each other as Ishii fires up and chops Jericho down. They just keep chopping Ishii power out of the corner with a tackle. Follow up, but Jericho with a boot. They continually clothesline and stomps to Ishii. He chops Ishii again, then hits the 10 punches in the corner, but Ishii with a powerbomb. High stack pin, 1-2, no. Ishii powers up and Jericho and Ishii powers up and Jericho and him exchange no sell before. Jericho with a cross chop on Ishii, but he gets an elbow and in on Jericho. Ishii on the apron. He tries to suplex Jericho, but they're both on the apron. Jericho with a shot, and they both tumble down. Both men down and still slugging it out and get back in the ring and do it all again. Ishii plays possum and hits a German, and Jericho fires up and hits one of his own. Lion saw by Jericho, but no count as Ishii kicks out. Codebreaker 1-2, no. Ishii kicks out as Jericho looks for a Judas effect but blocked then a headbutt by Ishii sliding Larry 1-2, no. Ishii tries for a brainbuster but blocked and Jericho locks in the roster Jericho. Ishii powers out of it. Huge Larry by Ishii 1-2, no. Jericho got out at 2.9. Brainbuster again by Jericho block, blocks and catches his kick into the wall center of the ring, and Ishii crawls slowly, but Jericho's um shifts him back. He rolls to his back and locks the lion tamer in. Jericho wrenches back as Ishii flips him off before tapping. The winner of the match, Chris Jericho. This was a good match as well. Post match, Jericho up the ramp as he stares at, and Claudio Cascano appears and slaps him. Jericho knocks out as he begs him off as we go off the air. Alright, like I said it earlier, now AEW Dynamite was a good show, and that's all I got to say from here. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review on highlights, please drop this. Please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below on what are your thoughts on AEW Dynamite tonight because it was a good show. But like I said, happy Thanksgiving to everybody within the YouTube community, and that's all I got to say from here. But I will premiere my AEW Dynamite review on highlights at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So that's all I got to say from here. But don't forget to follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I will see you guys tomorrow live on YouTube. So I will be going live on YouTube. So make sure you guys will be there. But make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications when I premiere a brand new video at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Follow all my socials will be down below in the description. My Twitter, my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord will be down below in the description. Happy Thanksgiving to the YouTube community and Twitch community, and that's all I got to say from here. This your boy Bigboyfactsjonnytv. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Just keep grinding and just keep going and never give up. And shout out to my boy Showstopper TV, man. I was just in this live stream watching Chucky on YouTube and Twitch, and that's all I got to say here. And that's all I got to say from here. Shout out to my boy Showstopper TV, and he needs that partner push, and that's all I got to say from here. But anyway, care with your crew, care with your kings, too sweet. Happy Thanksgiving from yours truly, from Bigboyfactsjonnytv. I'm out of here. Gang, too sweet. That's all I got to say.